take you, let it go though. Walk with me, yeah. Still caught up in the 90's like, still popping woolies on the motorbikes. I'm from the Mikey Knight. Like what would you do for a Klondike? Hold up, I'm from the place where the beans bake. Sipping quarter water with my knees scraped. For playing b-ball in the milk crates. I'm talking 90's lane, can you relate? Hold up, when your moms gave you a curfew. Yelling out your name, it just irked you. From playing super soakers and them nerves too. You walking home mad, eating peanut chews. Remember catch a girl, then you get a girl. You chase the flyest chick with the pigtails. Then you rub pants, though she rocked your world. And then you watch Martin, you go girl. And then you barber talk like what the yap's about. First day of school, what the crack's about. Rockin' fresh kicks, what I'm talking about. From where you better keep my name out your mouth. Hold up, we dug holes and we played marbles. And we never washed clothes, we just borrow. And we saved leftovers for tomorrow. Your parents never showed you love, they just argued. Hold up, we penny pinch with allowances. Scraping loose change and holy couches. Playing tug of war with the mouses. And we caught in Fortnite, we New Balance did. Just getting back into this 90's talk. Eating ramen noodles with a wooden fork. Cousin clocking on the front porch. Uncle itching fiending for that drug snort. Hold up, we percolated to that good music. It was never bad time, we abused it. Got beat with stingy chords and got used to it. Ooh, I'ma tell mom better not do it. Hold up, collect calls from that jail cell. Letters in the mail, pop's doing well. Filed to a bunk, I slept parallel. I took you down 90's lane, y'all can't you tell? See? It's what I am, it's what I am, it's what I am. It's what I am, it's what I am, it's what I am. It's what I am, it's what I am, it's what I am. It's what I am, it's what I am, it's what I am. Yeah. TOLC. Still 90's. Hey yo, I came into this game feeling stressed out. Bullet vest out, pull the tech out. It's time to make it wet out. I'm all vexed out. Ski mask, turn the lights out. Fill his chest with bullet holes until he bled out. And now he's sketched out on the sheets. I'm talking thread counts. Smooth getaway with his whip and simply bit out. NASCAR driving, doing like a buck down the I-95. With my crew though, we in the loophole. I'm wearing new clothes, pockets Gordo like a boss. Call me Hugo, the head honcho, painting pictures like Picasso. When feds run down, want to talk, I'm like no abro. Bleed fifth in them, 4 or 5 gripping them. Emperor ran straight to his head, cell sickled them. He tried to run off with one leg, the shells gripping them. They like, yo, what happened to fam? Dog sniffing them.
Speak with criminal slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill.
I set it off when I'm scrambling, guns I'm handling, bullets they damaging, more bodies I'm burying. Spark with my shooters, we making loot, bruh. I sent so many to hell to meet Lucifer. This is what your mouth will do to ya. I'm nothing new to ya. See eye to eye with you, cuz. Just didn't know who you was. Your man me mug. Now I'm putting slugs in you, cuz. Clapped him with the barrel. Got his fam in church singing eye on his barrel. And that new hearse with that white horse and that new dirt. R.I.P. shirt, cause your man was on the wrong turf. Yo, let's be civilized here. I already warned you, don't come around here. Oh yeah. Now let's play truth or dare. I dare you to snitch in the truth, you disappear. Did I make myself
Criminal
clear?
slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang,
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
vocabulary spills, I'm ill.
Minds up, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I said, look at me. I said, want the whole
TK,
industry to
Dadah,
follow
y'all
me.
already
I said, as I take it
know.
back to the 90s.
Yeah.
I said, wanna pay homage to B.I.G. I
was
said,
all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday,
Let's
rapping
go.
back Mr. Magic Mall is all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rapping back Mr. Magic Mall in Mall.
I said, look at me. I said, want the whole industry to follow me. I said, as I take it back to the 90s. I said, wanna pay
I
homage to
said.
B.I.G. I said, hold up.
I
Once upon a time
said.
out in Bed-Stuy, we was on the corner puffing on lie.
Let me know you in the
Sporting
building,
lumberjacks
y'all.
looking hella fly. And that's
up?
when I
What's
met
up?
B.I. He was the dopest. He battled on the block as a coke kid. Hey yo, he really blew my mind spitting dope shit. Yo, he was a little cock-got-it. Gun in side pocket with the skelly over eyelid. So what I did is grab my Motorola. I approached him as he rolled up. So we dapping, I said, hold up. He said, what up? So then I called Puff. And since then, he became the
It was all a dream.
notorious.
I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Mall is all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Mall in Mall.
The next day in the stew, I introduced Big to Puff. Said, what's up to Craig Mac? Flavor in air was tough. Word up. Yo, hey, yo, it started off rough. Big let him hear the stuff. He gave him juicy, then he blew up. Hold up. We was off to the riches on the set of Hypnotize. Yo, we had hella bitches. Yo, blowing smoke in the air. I'm like, nah, big, I'm good. He like, Crush, come here. So then we blew that. He said, you the king of New Jersey. I'm like, I knew that. We both from different cities, just some new jacks. Yo, a couple chicks on my Bozak, chilling in the back with little Kim. He like, yo, who that? I caught a feeling when he made Who Shot Ya. I'm like, big, turn the TV on, it's Tupac, bro.
I'm expecting. When you don't come through, then I'm gonna crush
What's
your
up,
empire.
It was
Deborah?
all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Mall is all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall.
Yes, yes.
Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Mall in Mall.
Finally, we took a flight and touched down to LA at the B.I.G. party. It was lit, baby. I watched Big do his thing, but didn't realize the killers just was waiting in the way. So then we drove off, popping Cristal and all. So he called up his wife and said,
Oh,
Faye, had a
Dadah.
ball. Then he
Oh,
chuckled,
Dadah.
the glass hit the
Oh,
passenger
Dadah.
seat. His body buckle, I just woke up full of sweat, feeling shot too. I said, look at me. I said, want the whole industry to follow me. I said, as I take it back to the 90s. I said, wanna pay homage to B.I.G.
It was all a dream.
This is what he said. This is what he said. This is what he said.
It was all a dream.
Yes.
Yes,
It was
yes.
all a dream. Go ahead, Dadah. Welcome to people, Dadah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Still 90s show. Today is Friday, and I gotta tell y'all, Christmas is coming. I'm always tired. I tell y'all from the doors, the show don't stop, but I always get tireder and tireder. Everybody's doing good. I'm hoping that everything is good. And I would like to say today is a blessed Friday. This is a day that the Lord has made. We shall
Amen.
rejoice and be glad in it. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people are leaving us by the second, so I thank God every day I get to smile for another day, because once that smile gets shut, that means that you're gone. You don't go on with the Lord, and you're never coming back on this earth again. So cherish life as life cherish you. Yes. Mine's up. Takiyah Diamond up in the building.
Mine's up. Y'all already know.
How you doing, Takiyah? What's going on?
Man, it's a lot going on, Dadah. Let me tell y'all something, right? Woo! So y'all know me and Dadah, we like to be transparent. We don't like to be phony and make up shit or hide shit or whatever, right? Y'all know me. I'll just say what it is. I don't care how whoever feel about what I said. And it's just that. But you know, my brother had to really deal with. I don't even know what to call him, Dada. um, somebody that uh anyway, you know what? I had to deal with somebody today that was a bit much to deal with. And you guys know I'm a very balanced, happy person. And I hate to be out of character. And when I'm out of character, I can feel the energy shift because whenever I'm out of character, that means I had to lower my vibration in order to address somebody else's lower vibrational character. And
Yes.
my brother had to experience that with me today. Not that Dada knows that if I have to chop somebody up, I will chop you up. He knows that part.
Right.
But
That part.
he had to experience this on a whole nother level of a past person that just don't want to let go. And I'm not going to say no names because I'm not trying to incriminate. I'm not trying to put nobody down. I don't want people thinking in certain kind of ways about people. That's just my heart. So I'm not going to say, who it is. If you know, you know. You get what I mean? But it's very challenging when I tell you guys that mental health is for real. Like, it's for real. It's for real. When I tell y'all trauma, internal trauma is for real, it's for real. I mean, it's for real. And if you don't have the mental capacity or the intelligence, the emotional intelligence, like you could really lose yourself or you could literally find yourself locked up or crazy stuff if you're not in control of your own stuff even when somebody else is acting out, and sometimes we have to be compassionate because we understand that when people are going through a lot, they have these emotional meltdowns, breakdowns, breakthroughs, or whatever the case may be, and we want to we want to support, and we want to be loving, and we want to do all of the right things to try to help them feel better, but we also had to recognize, guys, one thing I don't play with is boundaries. I do not play with my boundaries. There is a limit that I'm gonna let you say, do, be, whatever. There's just a limit, and that I had to witness me had to really act like somebody that I so not like I hung up a whole nother person. I had to literally go Musa, Wusa, Dusa, and realign my energy. But I have compassion for people like that because I understand their pain. I mean, I understand. I'm not gonna say I can relate because I can never, I can somebody else's total hurt and pain, but I understand mental conditions. And so the rage and the da 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 da. But y'all have to understand, when people do these things, that it's usually a attack. It's usually I can't really think of the word, but it's like it's an attack to try to get you to lower your vibration so that you can't stay on your own frequency. You bring people in and put them in certain situations so that when they come around you, it's like you got these people and you got to deal with situations, but he knows that he prepped you. I'm very well prepped for whatever comes to me, literally. But we have compassion because we understand we don't want nobody to hurt. Right, Dada? We don't want nobody to hurt. We don't want to hurt nobody. We don't want nobody to be feeling emotional pain and stuff like that.
No.
But we not in control of what people choose to feel. And some people really just have a hard time accepting when something is over. That's the best way I could say it. But thank you, Dada, for being in the background while. Thank God, I'm not a person that
Well,
takes those things to heart, because if I did, I probably wouldn't be like, y'all see this smile? This smile is my smile 98% of the time until somebody make it go the other way. So, it's cool
you
though,
gotta
because
understand. You gotta understand one thing. When you what I witnessed today was something that I can say, okay, understanding there's a difference between caring for somebody, loving somebody, and letting somebody go. And you gotta understand one thing. The saying is, if you give somebody an inch, they take a what? They take a yard, right? If you give them a yard, they take a mile. What tends to happen is what I witness is a situation of not wanting to be bothered, but being bothered. See, what happens is when you do stuff to yourself and you don't let go, you make the situation work where it can become what you call deadly. Because when people
right,
react, and you can sit there and say, "Oh, that's just such and such," you don't know what people's mindset is on the point of attack. And when you're on a point of attack, words going to attack where you're so angry, where you be more misunderstood that you just want to argue with that person and make that person feel low. They want to make that person feel like, what I'm saying, feel more down because I want to argue with you because you're not understanding. I'm not getting my way no more with you anymore. I'm no
right.
longer I'm no longer being in
Like
control of the
that,
things where where you're more
where you
accepting
pity
to me.
me, where
Yes.
you,
When the rejection is continuous, now is more so a person gets out of their own anger and anxiety kicks in where they just feel like they just want to all they do is argue. But then what happens is when you allow that, that makes you the one that keep letting that attraction go. You got to understand what they say. The saying is let go, let God. Now, the problem is, I know we care for people, but sometimes that last care is going to be a situation where you're going to regret because when you never know what people are capable of when they're going off the
right,
fly. You can sit there and
right.
say, oh, that's just such and such, that's such and such. One day, that's going to
Yep,
be a last shot. You understand what I'm saying? And
yep,
this happened to my coworker, ex coworker, the other his name was Kenny Bull. And
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what happened in this situation. I want you to really listen to me. So Kenny Bull, what's going on, Rich? So Kenny Bull was one of
Yeah.
he cut grass. He was one of those people that had an attitude problem when he was cocky. He made his money, blah 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 blah. So one day, this happened the other days in the paper, so I can't say allegedly because this is true. So the other day, this is like a couple of weeks ago, he wanted to his wife wanted him out of the house. So what he did
Mm,
was, out of anger, he damn near almost killed her. In fact, I believe he either killed her or was about to kill her. When the
right.
cops came, when the cops came, he said the ceiling fan fell on top of her, boom, 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 this, that, third. They ain't believe his story, so they locked him up for murder. When he went to jail the other day, they did a jail roll call. So they
Mm,
did a roll call and they called his name. He never came out of the room. His cellmate killed him. The
mm,
moral of the story, exactly. So the moral of the story is you never know what people are capable of when you could be in a dangerous situation one day where it gets real. Now I see the
right.
side because when you got years in with somebody, I get it. It's like a job. It's hard to let a job go you've been 20, 30 years at. But at the same time,
Right.
you never know what your future
Right.
be more brighter when you just let go
There's
completely.
you.
Hanging around, right? Hanging around gets things more deeper, deeper than the situation because that person that has rage that you allow
Right.
the inch to keep happening, they're gonna take that inch. But once they get back in, now they want to feel like they still got you, and that's not there no more. So now they sense that
Exactly.
nothing that they can do that's going to move you, there's nothing going to do is lead them to more and more and more attitudes. So now
Yep.
you don't do yourself just any justice if you allow somebody to continue to stay at your life that you're not with. Those are one of the most dangerous
But you know
things.
what though? I'm gonna interrupt you on just on this part because and what you're saying is absolutely true for most people. But in my situation that I had to deal with, it's a restraining order is there, but the restraining order is not respected. The saying why do you keep coming here is there, but it's not registering. The saying, look, I'm trying to help you because I understand your situation or whatever, which you know the situation. All right, and I'm trying to help you to get you so that you could get the hell away from me. You get me? That's why I'm really trying to help you. It ain't even on no like, oh, I want to go all out for you because I really don't. I'm keeping it a buck. I don't. But I am because this is the only way for me to literally have you, and that's not my responsibility, right? That's not my responsibility. But when you have someone, and guys, we talked about this in a lot in my book, Untraumatized, and the reason I'm being so transparent
What up, Mike?
and valid, yeah, and hey, Mike, the reason
Oh,
I'm being
wait.
so transparent about this is because I don't ever want y'all to think like my life is just perfect. Like I deal with situations just like y'all. Like have I have been in toxic relationships. I have had experiences with domestic violence. I have experienced it's a lot of different things that I've experienced. And as I share on all of my interviews when people interview me, is that the only difference between me and somebody else is that whatever they project on me does not penetrate me. The problem with that is that because it's not penetrating you, it can actually level up the person's rage or chaos or whatever the case may be when it's not affecting you. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be transparent with you guys and say that when I share the things that I share with y'all, these are literally lessons that I've learned. These are words of wisdom that come from my heart, from my mind. When you guys look at a pretty ass picture of me and you read what I say captures you because you could relate. You love my pretty face, and guess what? I love my pretty face too. But there's so much more to me. There's so much more to me. And so I give you guys what's inside of me because it's cool for you to honor the outside, but I need you to honor and respect what's on the inside of me, which that's the part that can help you. The outside of me is here, but it's the inside of me that can help you grow through these things because I've experienced a lot of things. I just don't handle them the way that most people do. That's the only difference. Because I promise you, if I handle things the way that most people do, I would be depressed. I would have lack of confidence. I probably wouldn't believe in myself. I probably wouldn't even be doing the radio show because sometimes when you're leveling up past other people, they want you to succeed, but they don't want you to succeed past them because now that means you may have to leave them behind. And so they get scared. They are fearful. They're fearful that, oh my God, He's doing this. Oh my God, she's doing this, and this. That they see that, they feel like they're going to lose their power. So now it's, what can I do to get attention? Any attention, guys. You have to understand the way that these people think sometimes. Whether it's good attention or bad attention, it does not matter to them. They just need your attention. And so you have to, me, I don't like to give that type of attention. But when I have to, if somebody tells you Takiyah is a bitch, then right. Cause in that moment, when you trying to overpower my power, and I see the manipulation, and yes, I will become something different from the Takiyah that you know. Because guess what? I have to have strong boundaries. And I'm telling y'all, you have to have strong boundaries. I'm telling y'all to do the things that I know that I had to do, and I'm still, and to this day, 12 books later, I'm still I'm still growing. Begun all of these things are making me greater. All of these things are helping me understand the mentalities of people and me to write my next book. So sometimes when we go through things, it's not really always for us. It's for a greater purpose in life. But I'm just grateful that I have my own mind, and that I'm in control of myself, and that I don't allow things or other people's trauma to traumatize me. What I do is I actually observe the trauma that they've experiencing. I understand why they're projecting, and I'm sometimes do my best to get them to calm down. But then there's times where, like, just no. But when you're dealing with somebody who don't, as that I said, don't want to let go, and it's bothering them because they can't control you the way that they used to. They can't get you to react or the way that you used to when they did certain things. I've been this type of person for forever. Like, it's a lot of things that you can't get me to act crazy about. But when you get to that point where I have had enough, you're going to get a different version of me that nobody likes. Okay. And then guess what? When it's all said and done, I'm gonna still come to you, hug you, and tell you, you know what, I love you. But what you did is not acceptable. And guess what happens? I always get an apology. You're right. I was wrong. I shouldn't have did that, and I shouldn't have said that. And I didn't realize that this is what was happening. And da 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 da. But because I know how to get into your mind to make you rationalize your irrationality. But not everybody can do what I can do. So I'm grateful that I actually, because that I heard of this type of experience. He heard of it, but he never actually got to experience it to that full potential and live in color. Right, Dada?
Yeah, yes, I did. Well, like I said, just to add, the way I take things of life is some things they'll say out with the old, in with the new. What happens is when you put up with the old, you're gonna put up with old stuff. It's never gonna become new. It's gonna become misery because you need to be in a situation where you're gonna be in your happy space. If your happy space is not happy, behind closed doors is gonna be a miserable light where it's more so. Like I said, I always say this is my saying. My saying is, if you're going to help me, but don't hurt me helping me. And
Right.
in your
I like
situation,
that.
your heart overpowered the whole situation of your frequency saying, yo, look, I'm putting up with this. I don't have to. But guess what? You dealing with a situation that's never ending. And the older you
Right.
get, that's how could get strokes. That's how people catch heart attacks because you're
Yes.
allowing that
Yeah.
stress to come up on you in a situation where you can't run away because, like I said, if you're going to help me. And that's what you're trying to do. But your help ain't good enough because when somebody have constant rage, there's no solution to you trying to help because you are
Absolutely
not with
not.
them. And if they can't get
Right.
their way, it's frustrating because when you take away from a situation with somebody that is more so want to argue with you all the time. But guess what? If
Right.
you still acceptance of helping that situation, like I said, if you're going to help me, but don't hurt me
Right.
helping me. And that's the situation you're
Right.
in. You're getting hurt by helping. And the whole thing
That's the
is we have
situation
to
I
come to
was
some
in, not the
hold
situation
on.
I'm in.
We
But
have
I
to
hear
come
you.
to a situation. We have to come to a situation where you have to tell yourself at what level do you drop the ball and say, I'm done completely. Because let me tell you something. It's a
I'm
situation
not
if
dealing
you're
with
gonna get
somebody with that.
let me
Yo,
finish. Let me
I'm
finish
not dealing with somebody
while
with
my
that level
tunes.
of
Let
understanding, dude. Do you
let me
realize I
finish.
moved to a whole nother state to get away from this
Let,
person? I'm here on the
here
strength of what we do
I know
because
that.
I
But
know that was the
listen,
only way to get rid of a person. I cannot
I
be around. There's no
yeah, but
exception to the rule.
you gotta remember one thing.
No exception.
What you did, what you did is added more rage and added more damage by moving away. When you came back, it's more so listen, we can't lie to ourselves. And as much as a person can feel like they moved on, if a person is around, period, inside, as long as they inside, that means no matter how things are laid out, your heart is still there, not to be with that person. Your heart is still there for a caring part. At what part do you disconnect and say, I'm done? I can't do this no more completely. I'm out of here. I don't know what you're going to do with yourself. I'm moving on. But what happens is, as long as a person know that you're around, I don't give a damn what inch you give me. I'm going to take a yard. I don't
You
give a
never
damn
lie.
what yard you tell me. I'm going to take a mile. I don't give a damn how much you give me
Yep.
the apologetic thing. How
Can
I'm
y'all
going to say I'm
relate?
going
Can
to
y'all
look.
let us know if y'all can relate, if y'all ever been in, things where maybe it was you. Maybe you was the one who didn't want to let go. Let us know if you was the one who didn't want to let go. Because
And
guess what?
it's okay. It's
We're
like a
not here to
job.
judge y'all. We're not here to judge y'all. I swear to y'all. Look, this is why God put me and Dada together. Because we have a lot of wisdom. We have a lot of power together.
Hmm.
And it's all right. We don't get to, we come on the show and we bring our guests on the show or whatever the case may be. But a lot of times it be stuff that Dada might be experiencing or stuff that I might be experiencing. And guess what? We want to share. This is one of the reasons why we decided to even do what the way that we doing this now. Because we have more freedom to say whatever the hell we want to say. Stay long as we want to. Come on anytime, any day, and discuss what the hell we might be experiencing. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Dada. I'm sorry.
Yes. No, it's all good. I'm here. So basically, you have to understand this. When you do all what you could do for a person and those results are not changing, you have to take a stand. Because at the end of the day, you're getting older, time is passing by, and people are dying by the seconds.
It's
And
true.
the last thing you need to do is have the stress levels of the energy that you have. Yes, you have a heart. Yes, you care, because if you did not care, he would not be in your presence. Because guess
That's a
what? You
lie.
factored the
That's
term,
a lie.
you
He not in my presence because I want him there. He not in my
I ain't
presence because
saying that.
I
I'm
care.
not
He
saying
in my
that. What I'm
presence
saying
because he
is
refuses to walk. He
it
refuses to give
it but it doesn't
accept
but
all
here's the
I'm
deal, no
saying.
matter how you it don't matter how they're in your presence, as long as they in your presence, whether you gotta get a restraining order, whether you have to daggone tell a
That
person to
matters
leave,
not.
if you
That was
allow
done
hold on
and
to care, if you allow 1 inch of a person that wants their way, 1 inch, what I tell you, when you give a person an inch, they're gonna take they take a yard. You give them a yard, they're gonna take a mile. See, the thing about you is You got to start overstanding instead of understanding. Right now, you understanding a person have an issue that you're trying to help to get, that's never going away. You know why? Because you gotta disconnect completely. If you have to move, that's what you gotta do. If you have to get a restraining order, that's what you gotta do. But it has to stand and stick. If you know deep down inside, at the end of the day, this is a situation where if you're going to walk away for your happiness, you have to disconnect. Because guess what? What that person knows is two sides of the story. And a person that been with you, they quick to pull your whole card because at the end of the day, they trying to make it look like as if you making them look like the bad one where they can't defend themselves of what they got against you. And they're going to keep daggone trying to fight and fight and fight. And as long as you be acceptance of that fight, you're never going to find closure. You're never going to find anybody that you want to be peacefully with if you decide to be with anybody because of the what? The thing is not disconnect. When something is connected, when it's connected, you got what you have, power. If I plug something in the wall, power going to come out. Why? Because of electricity. Electricity sometimes can be bad, and your electricity sometimes go through what you call electrical fires. You can't let electrical fire out with water. And the whole thing is, that's exactly what's going on. You keep having that electrical fire that's going inside of you, and you're trying to put it out with water, and it ain't going, never going to work. You know what happens with electrical fires with water? It's going to flame even more because guess what? You're going to need that kind of special kind of thing that let it out through what? A fire extinguisher. They got different kind of fires that they're going to let out for electrical fire, a regular wood fire.
Right.
But the whole point is you're dealing with frequency of electrical that's going to keep stressing. So guess what? If you keep trying to let that situation out with water, and there's nothing going to keep doing, it just keep going, execute. Because now the disrespect is at an all-time high. Why? Because that's what more keep laying on the table because the rage that's in that person, guess what? As long as you, guess what? Even if you talk back, you entertain them. And when you entertain, it escalates. And when it escalates, you know, though, what the hell happened? Oh, you hit me right there. Why you punched me in my face? I ain't hit you. Yes, you did. But because you know why? They more show more of trying to make you miserable than you trying to help. So if you want to help, you have to disconnect because guess what? If you don't disconnect completely, that's a situation could lead to a whole lot of situations you're not ready for.
Dadah, what you're saying is absolutely correct. I teach this shit every day. What you're saying is right. But you have no idea. You kind of have an idea, but you have no idea when you're dealing with a person.
Much respect,
who,
Rich.
No, you have to understand. A restraining order does not matter to this individual. They still going to show up. Me relocating was great. That he experienced however many people when he was dating and doing whatever that the fuck he needed to do, right? But the moment that I come back to New Jersey, everybody that was in the picture that was the distraction away from me are now all cut off. So now it's back to me. So what happens is regardless to what I say, I mean, my only option would be to be off the damn planet. You understand? I mean, and that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But there's no reason why I should not be able to live in my home with my family in peace. And
Absolutely.
so the point is that I'm not dealing with somebody that has a rational mind to say, you know what? I heard her. She done said, leave her alone 10,000 times. She done said the worst things to me to make somebody never come back again. I have. And just saying them just because I know and I hope that this will send you on your way. But that does not work. I'm not dealing with somebody who has a regular mind that when you cut it off, I'm dealing with somebody who has abandonment issues, who has mommy issues, who has daddy issues, who has a child that was taken away from them, who has everything that will be good in that person's life was snatched from him. So you have to think. Now it's Takiyah. This was the best thing that ever happened to my life. Now it's Takiyah's being snatched from me. Now I'm ready to die. Now I'm ready to kill myself. And see, you can't fall for those. You can't fall for those verbiages. And I know sometimes I could be like, yo, okay, well, if you really wanted to die, you didn't try hard enough to get up out of Dodge. Because if you really wanted to go, a person who really, really, really want to die, they will keep going until the experience. So regardless to say, oh, I tried, that's a whole nother thing. But see, that's really to plan. This is, guys, I need y'all to understand the trick that's happening here, right? The trick is to make you feel guilty as if you're the reason that they feel that way. But the truth is, it's not about you being the reason that they feel that way. There are other things that led up to them feeling this way before you even got there. But what happens is when somebody has a mental illness, whichever one that they may have, when they're coming at you, it's not even about you. They're coming, you're the physical person there, but they're literally coming at every single person that hurt them before they got to you. You just happen to be the person to get it. Literally. Because this person before they got to you, they already had this track record of having whatever their issues. And I'm not trying to put people business out there like that. But
Mhm.
whatever their experience was, right? Before they get to you, they're already effed up. But once they get to you, when they're arguing and bickering back and forth, and I know this because as a mental health coach, I know this. As they're going back and forth with you, they don't see you. They see their mother who did whatever to them. They see their baby mother who did whatever to them. Or the opposite side. They see their baby father. They see their dad who was never present in their life. They see all of this. So you may be getting the fire and it may be your face, but the truth is, it's not even you. When they see you looking at you, they see everybody else that hurt them before they got to you. And this the
Mhm.
part you cannot take it personal. You have to understand that this is the mental capacity that these people are dealing with. And I'm not saying this to judge nobody because everybody got their story, everybody has experienced certain things, everybody has to grow through some experience in order to help other people grow. I get it. But guess what? You can't keep making excuses. Dada is right. You cannot keep making excuses for people who really just don't want to change. Changing means they have to give up their pity party. If you don't, if they have to give up their pity party, they gotta give up their pity. That means that now I don't get the attention that I need. If I get healed and I walk away, then I won't have a story to give anybody for them to feel sorry for me for, and then I'm not gonna get the attention that I need. This is the way that their brain thinks. So they rather stay in the misery, but they want to bring you in that misery with them. You understand what I'm saying? Deborah, where you at? Deborah, what you feeling about this? 'Cause I definitely want Deb comments on this. Yes, emotional trauma is so real. And y'all know what? With that being said, I want to bring Jay in with Mada since we talking about this so that they can share their stories as well. But we've all been through some things. Me, Dada, everybody. Nobody is exempt. All right, y'all. I about being transparent. Some people want to hide it. I'm not hiding nothing. It's what it is. It's what it is. I handle things differently, and it makes me more courageous to come and share with y'all the shit show, the shit nanigans. Okay, because as much as I can help you, if y'all, a lot of
Okay.
y'all don't know what I'm dealing with on the sideline. So I gotta come and share it with y'all to share it with y'all how I'm able to write 12 books on all of these different types. Why? Because I've experienced some things. But if I don't share with you what I've experienced, how valid does that really make my story? How valid does
So
that really
so
make what?
so check this out, Takiyah. Deborah said something. Deborah said something that was very intriguing of what I was saying. I'm
Okay.
confused or misunderstanding. Are you still interacting with this person? If so, why? And that's why I told you right there, you got to stop right there. Where the disconnect has to happen for the revelation. You know why?
Okay, so
Because
I'm gonna have
like
to
I
say
told
bye
you.
to all y'all. And
No,
I have to go. If the disconnect has to happen, I cannot stay where I am. This is what y'all not understanding. So when you ask why, it's because I'm not dealing with somebody who has a normal thinking mind that would say, okay, you know what? Let me just go my way. I'm not dealing with somebody at that level. This capacity is different. However, you don't need to be worried that I hold my own. I am safe. Okay, I'm definitely safe, and this is something that I have uh, I'm not even gonna say unfortunately because I promise you all of these things, and I'm not even just talking about this one person. I have past experiences with different people that this all of these things have led up to me being able to be this powerful individual that I am. So I'm not about to make it seem like I'm like in this woe as me, Debbie Downer, don't know. That's not it. I'm being the observer of what is happening. That's why I respect what Dada is saying because everything that he's saying is absolutely correct. It's not even that what he's saying is wrong. My only thing is trying to get all of you guys to comprehend that I'm not dealing with somebody that has a full deck, and no matter what I do, it means like in order for me to literally disconnect, it means I have to go, which means I have to be away from my family, my son, my mother, my daughter, my the things that I do here in New Jersey to help people elevate. I have to be away from that. You understand what I'm saying? So are there certain things that I do in toleration? I do on the strength that I want to be here. You understand? So do I want to deal with it? No, I don't. But do I to a certain extent? I do. I do on the strength that I have to try to maintain my own peace in the middle of somebody else's chaos because I'm not dealing with somebody who understands what the hell that I'm trying to say. And it's not even that they don't understand, they understand, but if they are dealing with abandonment issues and all kinds of stuff like that, now it's like she's abandoning me too. And guess what? I'm not abandoning you. I'm abandoning your behavior. I'm abandoning the disrespect. I'm abandoning. That's what I'm abandoning. It's not me abandoning you because oh, you got hurt. I was at this was my last time. No, this ain't that. This is respecting myself enough to have the dignity enough to say I love me enough that I got to get the hell out of Dodge so that you can figure your life out. But I'm not going to allow somebody to run me out of my mother effing city on the strength that they got that going on, what they got going on. You understand what I mean? So I get it. And everything you're saying is correct. If somebody was to be experiencing, I would say the same thing you and Deb both are saying. But when you're in it, it's a lot of bit different from
but
being
what you got to fully realize is, there's nothing wrong with caring for somebody. If you have to do stuff to say, yo, I'm not going to put up with this, there's going to have to be some levels where some type of disconnect, not saying move, but some type of disconnect has to happen. It's the situation where years went in the heart. When a person have a manipulation mind, and some
right.
people could be womanizers, some people know how to use they keep
Some
using
people
that
are
same
narcissists
excuse.
who really
Right.
plot.
They still use that same excuse of their past to get in your heart. And guess
Right.
what? In
That's true, Dada.
in the heart that you have, you right, it's
That's
like
true.
what they say, tricks are for kids. So
That's
we fall for the same line, the same trick, the same, you know what I'm saying? When we start falling for the same things, what tends to happen is it gets to a point where it gets uncomfortable at some point when you have to make a decision for your peace. Now, how could you get peace? I can't tell you how to get peace, but I'll tell you where you're going wrong at. I know where you're going wrong at. The allowing, the inch, the yard, the mile that you go, the thoughtful, the I do this, let me do this, to keep that person shut up. Let me do the small things, the feeling sorry for. Oh, leave me alone, but they still around. We got to have some type of a disconnect because we don't disconnect, it's going to continue to be disrespect. See, let me repeat that.
right.
Disconnect, disrespect. So if you don't disconnect, you're
Right.
going to
You
continue
don't
to get
disconnect, but
disrespected.
you're
Di-
allowing the
There
disrespect.
you
Right.
go.
I get it.
There you
Oh,
go.
no,
So let's get
I'm
on
not
with the
saying that you're
show.
saying is wrong.
So now, there you go. So you don't want to
Well, look, but,
discontinue.
but, but before we
So
but
we're going to
before we go, I do want to
discontinue.
I, it's all right because our audience need this though, Dada. Do you see how many people popped in here? Like, damn, I understand. Like, yo, when I was younger, they need this. So guess what? It's all
Let
good.
me
Let
tell
me
you
ask. Let
something.
me before we get into. Hold on, Jay. Hold on. I
What?
got you. Hold on, Jay. Hold on.
Okay.
I got you. I got you. Okay. And Emily. So before we hop into the part where our special guest, y'all know me. I want people to shine, and I want people to share their stories and share your vulnerability. Don't don't feel like you gotta hide nothing, y'all. Don't feel like you gotta hide nothing because the only person you hiding it from is yourself. Because other people could see, they can see when there's other stuff going on. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Jay. What you wanted to say, and please
Now,
don't be loud. Don't be loud. Please speak. Go ahead.
now. Welcome. Thank you, Mr. Jones. You are in the building. Oh, it took you like forever to get here, but you are here. Beautiful. Let me tell you something, young lady, and I want you to hear me very carefully. You don't let nobody run you nowhere. You keep running, you gonna run for the rest of your life. You better tackle your situation head on and take back the power you done gave to somebody else over you. Take it back. I mean
Nobody
what I
wants
say. I'm a fuck. Listen to me, and listen to me carefully. You are a vessel for the for
I don't know.
I don't know what Jay's saying,
Jay,
but whatever he
Jay,
just said, he
go
done
ahead,
messed up.
Jay. I
He
don't
done,
know. It must not be for you to say. I guess.
if you run,
Um,
you gonna keep running.
well,
I
Jay, we
agree,
heard nothing
which is
you
why
said.
it's all
I
right. It's
don't
all
know
right.
why she got.
I get it. I get it. Jay is saying if you keep running, you're gonna always be running. So why? When I kept saying, when I was saying like, yo, though, my only way out is like I gotta move to a whole nother state because that's the only way that the person can't have immediate access to me. As long as I'm in New Jersey, as long as I am here where I am, he's gonna always okay. Everybody knows. Like years, I work from home. Everybody me. It's not hard to find me at all. Everything I do is from home until it's time for me to go out. I don't be in the streets. I don't be out there drinking and doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that. That's not my life. That's not my life at all. Um, so people know where they. I go out here and there, but you won't find me out. That's not my life. That's not my lifestyle. Right? Been there, done that. Had fun with that. Um, I'm on a whole nother chapter, and I hear what you saying, Jay. I agree with you. You don't let nobody run you out of your city, and that's where I'm at. It's like, I'm at the point where it's like, okay, now I gotta be rude to you. Now I gotta be disrespectful to you. When normally I just let you talk, I just let you say whatever. I be the observer, but now I gotta attack you back because now you getting on my nerve like my last straw. Now like this. I get it. You get what I mean? So I get what you're saying, Jay. Go ahead. Let's see. Let's see. Deborah says these are good must-have conversations. Exactly. She says I'm on for. I mean, that I'm on for a second time, and I have no intentions of getting off. I love you, Deborah. Thank you for being here. So Malik, what you get? And I know Malik, I know you've had a lot of crazy experiences, so I know that you can relate to some of this, and you've been around a lot of people who've been through a lot of people, a lot. I'm gonna say a lot, especially. And guys, I mean, I talk about it. It's not just a girl going through this. I mean, I'm not only going to men go through this even worse times 10. The women are even worse than the men. No lie, y'all. Go ahead, Malik. Talk about it.
Yeah. I've been at both ends of it. I was the therapist and the patient at the same time in some situations. So like I know what you're talking about. Like people don't know when
Yeah.
over is over and when in is in. I think for me, I feel like COVID was like the craziest time. Like people wanted to be in a relationship, they didn't want to be in a relationship, they were lonely, they were, like people were stuck in the house with people they didn't want to be stuck with. But you got to take care of yourself. That mental health thing is important. Like if you got to go to a therapist for
Yes.
yourself, do that. If you have to go to couples therapy, go through that. But even if you have to go through family therapy with your kids, you got to go through that
I'm
because it's
going to
important. That
couples
mental health is
therapy.
very
We not
important.
no couple. Couples therapy. I'm trying to get this dude DTB or whatever, diabolical, whatever the hell that therapy is, DTP or whatever. Go ahead, Prince. I'm listening, Malik. Go ahead.
No, yeah, but that's basically it's a lot. And I think at some point people, when you're an adult, when over is over and when enough is enough. It's it's an old saying, like you get hurt, you deal with it, you sit with the pain, and then when do you start to say, you know what, I want to go to the doctor? Oh, it hurt enough now you want to go to the doctor. And it's the same thing, like when you realize that you hit rock bottom and you're drained emotionally, you're drained financially, you're drained every other area. Sometimes your friends be like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with you no more as a friend because I keep, you get people involved in your relationship. I'm pretty sure everyone's been through it. Like they talk to a family member or a friend and say, leave them alone, leave them alone. Or the friend of a family
Right.
member might confront the person, might even get physical. Then they back with the person, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, I just put myself in your business for you to be back with the person. Or you call the police, police come get the person out your house and you fighting the cops. Like, nah, leave them alone. Leave her alone. Get off of her. Like, and you hiding evidence and refusing to testify and not showing up in court, still getting your head knocked in. So like, at some point when you get hurt enough or when you realize you lose too much, you lose your job, you lose your housing, you lose your credibility in the street, then you say, you know what, I had enough. And sometimes you got to realize before it gets to that point when to say, when to let things go. Because it's easier to
Yep.
let things go and not get hurt. The more you hold on, the more you get hurt.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I gotta clap that one up. Look, let me find my sound effects so I can clap it up. Here we go. And then we gonna go ahead and get started with the show with our interview. But this is something that me and Dot have been wanting to do with y'all. Honestly speaking, y'all, me and Dot have been saying that we don't spend enough time on our show letting y'all into our world. Like, we're always about promoting other people, and that's cool. But we should also, because we are such powerful people, that we I mean, when people think that they go through this stuff just for themselves, you're being selfish. You have to understand that all of these lessons, all of these things that you're experiencing, Number one are just experiences. You have to see them as the experience that it is. So look, I experienced what it's like to be in a relationship with domestic violence. I experienced what it's like to be disrespected. I also experienced what it's like to be in a healthy relationship. I also experienced what it's like to be truly loved and understood. I also experienced, you understand what I mean? So I experienced it. I know what it's like to experience those things. And now we have to stand up for ourselves and actually choose, okay, what am I going to experience next? I already know this is like that. You don't hold on to the emotional charge of it. You understand? So you experienced it. You have to step back and see it for the experience that it is, and then handle it from there, because you have to grow through it, man. Guys, if you going through it, but it's all growth, and that's the most important thing y'all have to remember, is that it's bigger than you. That's the best thing that I could say. It's bigger than you. And I love what Malik said when he said, I was the patient and the therapist at the same time. I can relate. I can relate, literally, And so it's like,
Right.
sometimes it's challenging to be understanding and overstanding, because I'm both. I overstand, which is why I would say that my toleration level is a little bit wider than most people's toleration level, because I have an overstanding. But when I understand now, I was like, I understand, but now I gotta give you this. Now I gotta act like this, and that's not even who I am. But I gotta act like this in order for you to get some sense in your head. But then again, once they calm down and it's all over, they just resurface, And so, But anyway, anybody got raising your hand? Hold on, Jay. Let me you off. Let me try to bring you in. Let me see if I could do it. Hopefully you're not breaking up, but your computer got
Like
a
I
lot of
said,
distortion. Go ahead. Stop screaming. You're talking too
can you
loud.
hear me
Please
now?
stop screaming. We
I'm
can hear
talking too
you
loud.
fine.
Is
Just
that
don't
better?
talk so loud.
That's better right there, Jay. That's better.
Yeah.
All right, let me slide back a little bit. Takiyah, let me explain something to you. This situation that we talking about been plaguing our community, our black women, our black men. Now it's starting to rub off on our kids. We have to cut this devil, cut the head off the snake. Put it like that. Stop playing with it. Stop making excuses for people's behavior. They know exactly what they're doing. This is what Urban Life Chronicles is all about. You see this big footprint in my chest? I'm starting to go through the urban community dealing with real people with real life issues. The more folks keep denying and stop not trying to eliminate the situation, the more the situation is going to continue. Stop letting other people take the power away from you, and you take your power back. You take
I'm
the
going
negative.
to correct you. I'm not going to allow you to say that to me, to tell me
No,
what
I'm not speaking that to you. I'm not saying
power.
that to you, sweetheart.
Nobody can do that to me.
No,
Nobody can take power away from me.
I'm not
I don't.
I'm not
I say
saying that
strong,
you're,
but I hear you though. But that don't
yeah,
apply
but
to
you
me.
understand what I'm saying? What
I
I'm
hear you.
saying is this: we have to make changes. We
I
have
agree.
to, and like I was telling like I was telling one of our guests before, Poppy Stores. That's why me and this man have a great relationship now. Just because you've been through something and you go and jump into something new, you
Don't
don't
mean
give
it's
yourself a chance to fix whatever problem that you was in your prior relationship, because you jumped right into something new. In order for you to love yourself, now mind you, you didn't put out all this love to another person, so now yourself, you don't have no love left. But when you get your heart broken, now you got to rebuild yourself back up to start back loving yourself in order for you to start loving others. And as
I
long
hear
as
you.
we don't take care of that issue, there's always going to be issues in our lives. Now, listen to me carefully. I had a mother and father that, I was raised by two alcoholic parents, and I'm going to put it out the way it needs to be put out. I had the two best parents in the world. They love to fight from sun up to sundown. You understand? Till my mother came and got the courage to say enough was enough. When my mother took us and she walked away from my father, and we started a new chapter in our life and started becoming what real black families supposed to have: decent parents with common sense. Simple. But my mother made that first move to open my father's eyes and say, enough is enough. I'm not taking it no more. And you know what? When they separated, Takiyah, to tell you the truth, they was the best of friends. The
That's
best
not
of
working.
friends. My father talked to my mother like he had just met her. We as his kids projected a different side of him every time we went to go see him on the weekends or whatever, this, that, and the third. When I tell you, it was a mind-blowing experience. It truly was. But I'm going to tell you, that man raised me to be the man that I am today. I was when I say my dad did some horrible, despicable things to me, even though I wasn't his child, since we're talking about it, we're going to talk about it. But I tell you what, I'm a man with no identity, but you know what? That man I put in the ground when my father left this earth was the man that's my dad. And he taught me how to be a man. He taught me how to be a family man. He always said, you put your kids first. You understand? It doesn't matter who raised you. It's the traits that they leave behind, the traits that they leave with you. You understand? I've come from old school family values. Some of the stuff that we see in society today, there's no way in the world, our parents wouldn't even tolerate it this day. So what this Urban Life Chronicles is all about, I'm stomping through the community and I'm letting folks know it's time to bring the old school values back to the community. Give these young people a sense of hope. Talk to these young people like they young people and not like they beneath you.
Right.
Treat folks the way they need to be treated, because Dahdah said something very, very, very mind-blowing. And he said this story twice already. And if people haven't got the width of it yet, they need to play this show back and rewind it and play it back again. That word karma is a bitch with capital letters. You watch what you do to others, because it comes back on you 3 times hard, 3 times worse than what you put that person through.
Yeah, I feel you.
Mine's up. Mine's up. I love you what you say, that mine's up.
That's
mine's up. Stay strong. Stay prayed up. Stay humble.
For me.
Just know this, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm telling you this in my very own home. Just know this. You are loved. You are respected by some of the most powerful men in this radio industry. You understand what I'm saying? If you need an army, we here to protect our queen. And I'm here. Daddah's here. Malik's here. And the list goes on and on and on and on. Girl, they ain't ready for that type of battle.
Listen, that's great to know. But trust me, I will not be needing y'all protection. Thank the Lord. But guess what? If I did, it feels great to know that you guys are there, regardless. But when I tell you guys, I stand in my own power. And there's nothing that nobody could do to deceive me, distort me. I'm an observer of distortion. I am an observer of abuse. I am an observer of all of these things. So nothing can affect me in that way.
There you go. There you go. Look here. You see how you taking back control of your life?
No, but I never lost control, Jay.
I know you didn't. I'm not saying you never lost it. What I'm saying is when we allow negative people to get in there, distort our thoughts, our train of thinking. You see how you snatched all that right back? You stay that way. You a beautiful person, and if you decide to leave New Jersey, I'll track you down myself. I'm a bounty hunter. I'll track you down myself and bring you back here. Simple. Mine's up. Malik,
Mine's up.
respect all day to you, my brother. Dadah Terry, you already know you are God sent and everything else. This show right here is changing and breaking down barriers and walls that folks really need to understand and hear this.
That's true.
They need to really hear this. So I'm glad we're not really playing no music tonight, but we're touching the issues in the urban community.
That's
Boy, that's what does my heart so well. And me and Dadah talk damn near every day, maybe sometimes 2-3 times a day. Dadah know what I'm dealing with. Dadah is a praying man, just like I'm a praying man. That man, I'm dealing with an issue with my neck. This arthritis is shedding the bones in my neck.
AJ, we only got like 45 minutes left, and I didn't even.
But guess what? Okay, so I'm gonna cut it off right there and say, God bless. Urban Life Community, Urban Life Chronicles is the new movement, and I'm gonna turn it over to Brother Malik and let him do his thing.
No, you know what? It's not even no need to even turn it over before we set out and we go ahead and get back into the show itself. I just want to say this to you, Jay. You used a line that I just want to say something on, because I know this not only going to touch you, it's going to touch a whole lot of other people. And you say, when we get our heart broke, right? One thing I want everybody is live to understand: nobody breaks expectations. Break the expectation that we had that they would do right. They break the expectation that they would treat us properly. They break the expectation that they will respect us. They break the expectation that they will be loyal. They break expectations. So it's not about nobody breaking your heart. Your heart cannot be broken. But what has an emotional charge within your heart that makes your heart feel broken. But nobody can break your heart. So I'm grateful for everything that y'all shared with me tonight. But I am such a powerful person. I hear everything y'all saying, and you guys are absolutely correct. And guess what? It's emotion. God has his reason for everything. And so into the show. What about you, Dadah? Are you ready to get into the show?
Yeah, I'm ready to get back to
Dadah.
the show. Let's go. I'm here.
All right, let's go. Okay. Dadah looked like he was falling asleep, but I didn't. He tired.
No,
he just got in from work. So this is what we're gonna do, because I'm gonna pick up the energy. I got our song real quick, 2 seconds style, just a little bit, so we can pick the energy up. But guys, this is something that we want to do. Like, we want to talk to y'all about issues. You know what I mean? And guess what? It helps me being the patient and the therapist at the same time. Because literally, I have to be my own therapist sometimes. You know what I mean? I have to be the person to step back and observe certain things and be like, okay, this is just like, you know what I mean? And it's all right to care, but you can't care so much to where you lose yourself. You get what I mean? That's the bottom line. So let's go ahead and get into Big Dreams real quick. 2 seconds. We ain't gonna do a whole song. But this time, just to pick us up.
Still 90s radio, baby, you know?
Let's get it.
I
used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall.
Thank you, Deborah.
What? What? Get him, Dadah.
Once upon a time, I was that style. We was on the corner fucking online. And that's where I met Takiyah. He battled on the block as a coke kid. Hey yo, he really blew my mind spitting dope shit. Yo, he was a little cock got it. Gun in side pocket with the skelly over eyelid. So what I had my cereal earlier. I approached him as he rolled up. So we dapping, I said, what up? He said, what up? So then I called Puff. And since then he became the
It was all a dream. I used to read
Takiyah Diamond and Dadah Terry in the magazine.
There you go, that part.
It was what?
The kid and Dadah in the magazine.
With no Diddy.
Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Moore.
The next day,
Next
in the
Molly
studio,
Moore.
introduced Big the Puff. Said, what's up, the crack Mac flavor. Their air was tough, word up. Yeah, hey, yo, it started off rough. Big, let him hear his stuff. He gave him juicy, then he blew up. Hold up, we was off to the riches on the
Dadah definitely said you didn't have your cereal yet. That's why you falling asleep.
Smoke in the air, I'm like, nah, Big, I'm good. He like, Crush, come here. So then we blew that. He said, you the king of New Jersey. I'm like, I knew that. We both from different cities, just some new jacks. Yo, a couple chicks on my Bozak, chilling in the back with little Kim. He like, yo, who that? I caught a feeling when he made Who Shot Ya. I'm like, Big, turn the TV on, it's Tupac, bro.
I'm expecting. When you don't come through, then I'm gonna crush your empire.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr.
And it was what?
I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly.
Say it again.
We took a flight and touched down in LA at the BIG party. It was lit, baby.
Alright, y'all. Alright,
It was
y'all.
all a dream.
Yes,
That's
it
what's
was.
up. That's what's
Guess
up.
what, y'all? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So look, y'all. This is part 2 of our segment. Because me and Dadah, we said what we was gonna do was our first part. We was gonna kind of kick it with y'all, you know, and then the second part we're gonna get into our interviews or whatever. And we have such an amazing guest tonight. This amazing man at the bottom of that screen to your bottom left, Mr. Malik Barrett, man. And
All right.
yes, Malik. I've known Malik for a really, really, really long time. Malik has we've done movies together. We've done videos together. We've talked about scripts together because you know my best friend Lady Cash. I used to call her Lady Cash, but she's not Lady Cash no more. But anyway, you know she wrote some amazing scripts and things like that. And you know, who else did we have that wanted to work with us, Malik? I can't think of his name, but he light skinned and he tall. What the heck is his name? I got his face so clear, and we all met up somewhere. But anyway, I can't think of his name. It'll come to me. I want y'all to give it up. Yes, Jamie, thank you. I want y'all to give it up for my good friend, Malik Barrett.
Thank you.
All right, so as we bring Malik up, what I want to do is I want to show you the things that Malik has done. So check this out.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Yo, I hear you from North.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm from North too. My name LQ. This my half brother O'Neal.
Hold on.
What's up?
So what is it up here to do?
Not much going on. There's a little clique of us up here from North though.
Okay. Who that chick over there?
Her right there? That's Apple. That's Jermaine's little sister. Can't nobody talk to her. He's so damn overprotective of her. But her shit fat as hell though.
So what they doing over there?
A little track meet going on. You wanna go watch it?
Sure, why not?
Alright. Yo, who the fuck is O'Neal?
That's him right there. I'm O'Neal.
Yo, take your shit off, yo.
Why? What you
Man, take your shit off.
Come on, step down, man. Who the fuck is you?
Who the fuck is you? Oh! Get your big ass up, man.
You got a problem?
Come on, yo, what's up? Come on.
Malcolm, 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 Malcolm.
Funny as hell, though. He's a wild boy. But look, man, I called everybody here together to let you know. Got accepted on that police force, man. Got that letter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Good shit, man.
Police?
That's right, police.
So you really did that shit, huh?
So now you gonna be running down the niggas you broke bread with?
Hey, man, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I'm gonna be the same joke I am now. I'm just getting my shit the legal way.
Man, fuck that.
Mark, I don't understand. Look, man, we've been talking about change for months now. And now that it's happening, it only make it stronger in different ways.
A fucking cop, dog? Man, fuck this shit, man. Not me. I'm out of here, man. Whack Sam, man.
You keep the change, too. Let him go, man. Shit. I'm proud of you, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
My thing, his father got the key to the city. That man could have been anything he wanted to be.
You know how that go, man.
What you gonna do with yourself, man?
Right now, I'm gonna focus on finishing this food. And fucking around with y'all two, y'all might lock my black ass up.
Yeah. Let me see.
John, wait right here. We got a problem.
Man, what's up?
That guy you brought in my circle, he's a fucking snitch. He worked for the feds.
What?
Yeah, you messed up.
Is everything okay, babe?
Yeah, please, just go back to bed.
Y'all both messing around now? I told you not to deal with nobody in my circle.
You losing it. What, so you owe me now? What I do on my personal time is my business.
Oh, really?
Linda, please, just go back to bed, please. Please. Look, man, if it's about Linda, that's fine. But I swear, I didn't know nothing about this Greg shit.
Of course, you careless. Fucking with you, I could be in jail.
Cause of me?
Yeah, you. You're a liability to my team. Consider yourself terminated as of today.
Oh, so it's like that? After all I did for you all these years, you gonna just let me go like this?
Did for me? You was the one out here trying to build a name for yourself.
So what? I swear I didn't know about that Greg snitching shit. But if you gonna cut me off, then cut me off.
I'm done.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was
Wow, wow, wow,
so the
wow,
first two scenes.
wow, wow, wow. Dadah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope. Those shots was on fleek.
Yeah. So the first two scenes was from Live with No Regrets, and then the last scene was from King of Newark Part 1. So I had a lot of involvement in that franchise. It's all the same parts of the same franchise. I want to talk a little bit about how I got involved in that, which we didn't have a clip for, but the movies before that, How I Met Takiyah, was the Sex, Money, and You Already Know franchises. So we did part 1 and 2 of that. And
yes,
the CEO of Royal Families, the guy who played the character Malcolm, he saw me in Sex, Money, You Already Know, as I had a character I played as the federal prosecutor. And, you know, at that time, I was actually working on both projects at the same time. That was
which
back
you
in
smashed.
2012. So you remember that, right? I was doing two things at the same time. Yep. I was so while we were filming Live with No Regrets, while we was filming Sex, Money, You Already Know, there was a book. He wrote the book to it first, Live with No Regrets. I was editing his book. And after I finished editing his book, he asked me if I could, you know, take the book and make an adapted screenplay from it, which I did. I wrote the script for Live with No Regrets. So, you know, while I was filming Sex, Money, You Already Know, I was writing the book. I was writing the script for that movie. We finished while we started filming Live with No Regrets. Then we were also filming at the same time Sex, Money, You Already Know Part 2. So my mind was all over the place. Like when I was with the executive producer Haran with with Live with No Regrets and King of Newark, you know, we were up 3-4 o'clock in the morning writing scripts, writing contracts for the hired talent. Like we must have had about 20 named actors and rappers in that movie. A lot of them in the Live with No Regrets and the King of Newark movie. So Live with No Regrets is really like part 1. And then King of Newark is part 2. King of Newark part 1 is really part 2 of the series. Then it's King of Newark 2. And we just now finished filming King of Newark 3, which will really be like part 4 of the franchise. But a lot of work went into that. We've been shooting pretty much that franchise for about 12 years now. Coming up on the 12th year of that franchise. So a lot of work went into that. I had a lot of hats with Live with No Regrets. Of course, I played the character LQ that you guys just saw. I was also the script writer. I was also the casting director. I was also the script supervisor. So I had like 4 or 5 different hats on. Like I was working 14, 16-hour days, almost 7 days a week, making sure that project came to life the way it needed to come to life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm absolutely, I'm familiar with your track record and scripts. You're a director because I've even helped you with. I know you got questions. So Dadah, what questions do you have for Malik today?
Yeah, so the question I have, you're welcome, Malik. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had a long day today, and I was a little drained out today, man. I worked all week, and they done overworked me. So the question I asked you is, what made you get in the mindset of dealing with movies, period? Like, what made you want to get into, being a part of the movie? Because we could do a whole lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, okay, because I'm into movies as well. Takiyah tell you, we did movies together and everything, you know what I'm saying? So what made you want to, like, do that, do your own thing, and expand to where you at now?
Right. Good question. So I'm gonna go in reverse a little bit. So prior to the movies and the film writing and the acting, I actually went to college for English writing.
Okay.
Not really film script writing, but you can make it work. Like the rules of writing, making technical writing. You learn all that in school, and I did it. We got movies made, and I was a script writer, so it was done. And after college, like I used to work as a party promoter. I used to work at the roller skating rink at Branchford Park Roller Skating Center as a manager. And at some point, I was in charge of throwing the parties there, the teen nights, the skating, the private parties and all that. And at one point, I said, you know what, I could do this myself. And I started my own entertainment company, JXK Entertainment, throwing parties, big parties, a lot of parties, like college, high school, adult. And I just happened to know a lot of people, a lot of party promoters, a lot of DJs, a lot of venues. I just had a connection, easily to be able to talk to people and bring people together. And at that time, when the guy OG Hawk, when he did Sex Money You Already Know, me and him actually grew up together. We grew up in the same neighborhood, so we go way back. And he told me he just got out of jail. I wrote a book. He said he wrote a book. He wanted to make a movie. I'm like, all right. I didn't take him serious, but he had a casting call at the Club Ideals down off of Freelhazen. So I go. I'm like, let me go see what's going on. He asked me to come. He's like, I got something. I'm like, all right, so let me go down there and see what's going on. I'm like, damn, you got a lot of people that showed up for your casting call. So I'm like, I started taking it serious. So I look at the script. I'm like, oh, this is all right. I'm like, you know what? And he had a courtroom scene, and I didn't like the way it was written. And I said, you know what? Let me put my magic in this. Let me use my black boy magic. I can, finesse your courtroom scene, because I have a lot of experience being in the courtroom. So I'm like, I know how the vernacular should be said. And then he says to me, you know what? I need a courtroom. I don't have no way to shoot this scene. I'm like, don't worry about it. I got you. And we made it happen. We got a courtroom in Union County, New Jersey somewhere.
Nice.
Scene in the courtroom. We did a scene outside the courthouse. We did a press conference. And I was just talking about this the other day, like how the press conference looked so real. The people were riding by honking a horn, thinking that we actually really locked some people up. Even the police from that area that was outside watching it, they enjoyed it. It was a good feeling that, they felt like, oh, they were representing for their township, their courthouse. So when he invited me into his casting call, he said, you know what, being that you're going to do the script, to write the script, revise the script as far as that courtroom scene, he offered me the federal prosecutor role in the movie. So in Sex Money, you already know I played as the federal prosecuting the main characters. It was a gang-related case. And then that's when Alonzo Haran, the executive producer, Live No Regrets, he saw me in the movie, and then he asked me to be a part of his franchise. So that's how I was doing both movies at the same time. So that's how I really got into it. And being that, you know, I know a lot of people from the party world, party promoters, clubs, club owners. Like we had a scene at the Skate 22, RIP to Skate 22, but we had a scene in there. We have the courthouse. We did scenes at places that people thought would be almost impossible to get inside and do film, especially for independent films. Not like we weren't Netflix, we weren't Tubi, we weren't any of those places, but for us to be independent filmmakers, we were able to walk in there and say, hey, listen, this is what we're doing. Can you do me a solid? Like I've rented out your place. I did parties with you for years. I've done this, I've done that. And people were like, yeah, I'll help you out. We'll let you film in these places. So that helped out, being that I have a connection with the party world.
Okay. So being to the fact where you're dealing with, okay, I see that you do the versatile, you do the script writing as well as you're doing acting. That's one of the hardest things to do. How did you guys manage? Because it's hard to make a movie, on whatever budget you're dealing with, very to little. You know what I'm talking about? And getting everybody to commit, because completion is one of the hardest things in the movie business to do, is complete it. How did the completion get managed, especially in the hood? I hear the King of Nork and all this other stuff, and how did you guys manage to finish and complete it? Because that's one of the hardest things to do. Scheduling, working around the clock. I know about all that. How?
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, you got to remember. When we shot King of Nork, and Living No Regrets and Sex Money Part 2, that was during Sandy. So Sandy gave us another hiccup. Like that was a whole nother hurdle we had to dance around. People ain't had gas in their cars. People didn't have power. So we were dancing around that. But I feel like as far as the completion of it, making sure that your circle is tight. So the script writer, the director, the cameraman, everyone has their resources. Everyone has a clear mind when they're showing up. This is what we're going to do. So we look like we're organized when we're doing our filming.
Right.
Arguments that has to go down. There was a lot of arguments, a lot of fighting, that happens behind the scenes. Like I said, I was at this guy's house. We were at each other's house till like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, breaking day, writing this. I feel like with Sex Money, a lot of the people that was in it were like personal friends of everyone, and it was like a lot of love on set. Everybody knew everybody already. Everyone got along. It was a lot of joking going on, so you didn't feel the pressure of feeling like you didn't belong. Everyone had a welcoming attitude with that set. As far as Living No Regrets and King of Nork, it was the same thing. It was a lot of different personalities we were dealing with, but with that movie, we had a lot more hired talent and a lot more actors and rappers that we, name our show Still 90's. We had a lot of 90 and R&B and singers and rappers in that movie, which changed the dynamic a little bit. Because at first, we started off with a couple of people. I remember it was Tretch. He played a character, and we had Vita. They were the first two named celebrities I remember being in that movie. They started making phone calls. Oh, yo, we doing a movie in Newark. You want to get down? Then such and such popped up. Then he makes a phone call. I got 2 more people that can get in. We had Havoc from Mobb Deep. We had Mango. We had Charlie Baltimore, Clifton Powell, Pinky from Friday. It seemed like, and then at a point, it seemed like every week we were getting more phone calls from people asking us if they could get down with the movie than we were making out to people. I think we were almost finished making a movie and we started getting phone calls from people. We had to turn people away. Like, no, we're almost done. There's no way we can add you in. And with all that going on, I'm going revising the script. We did this scene over. We got to add this scene because this one wants to be in the movie. That one wants to be in the movie. Or this one, he's flying in for the weekend. We could add them in. and we had a lot of that going on. So that made it a little bit difficult, but it also made people, the residents in Newark, open up their doors to their businesses, open up their doors to their residents, their homes. Say, oh, you could use my home. We had a guy, he owned a boat. The boat was parked in Inglewood Cliff, boat bassin'. Oh, you could use my boat. You could shoot a scene on my boat. Like, you know, we're on a yacht riding around, killing people, throwing them off into the Hudson River. So I feel like it was like everyone wanted to be a part of it.
Nice.
People were volunteering to be in the movie. Like, oh, I want to be in it. Give me a scene. Like, I felt like I used to tell people this all the time. It was like we're recreating a Bailey situation. You know, like how big Bailey was when it came out with X and Nas. And I felt like it was a situation like that. And I felt like everyone wanted to be a part of it. Like I just remember that. And it was a good experience. You know, like I feel like now we went from Living No Regrets, King of Newark 1, King of Newark 2, King of Newark 3, and who knows what's going on for now. I know he's done other movies like the Fearless 1, Fearless 2, the Fearless 3.
Right.
So he's got a lot of movies. He's got like maybe 15 movies under his belt on the Royal Families.
Nice. So let me ask you a question. Before you think about making the next film or when you do your writing, how do you prep yourself to say, okay, this is what I'm going to write. This is what this is going to be about. It's still different than making your thesis statement before you write, you know, your footnotes and all that. What mindset do you put yourself in before you even say, okay, let me make this movie? Is it something that you think about in your head and then write it down? Or just something that you just say, all right, I'm going to make this, let me get busy?
I use experiences to bring the characters to life. So
okay.
If I'm somewhere and something happens, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep it in my head or write it down, or I hear somebody say a phrase that's kind of like, it might sound country to people, or it might sound corny, or it might sound like, oh, that, you know, that's something different. I might remember it, you know. My interactions, if I'm at the store, you know, and I see something going down in the store, whether it's a Macy's, whether it's a corner store, you know, and something crazy happens, I think about it. The car accidents I see, every time something happens, I'm looking at it, I'm observing, I'm paying attention to things. I'm listening. And I feel like those interactions that I have in my everyday life, and not just so much in the inner city, like Newark, East Orange, Irvington, Orange, like even when I travel, like if I go to Atlanta, if I go to, you know, Canada, if I go to Buffalo, if I go to Albany, I do a lot of traveling. So I see things happening and how people get down and how people do things. Those type of experiences I keep in mind, and that's how I bring my characters to life.
Nice. So what are you looking for to see? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh, that's a good question. 5 years from now?
Hey, listen, I'm putting you through
the I mean,
I had a long day, but I'm putting you
I hear you. 5 years, I mean, like, I guess in the future, if I want to say the future per se, I would like, you know, I like writing. I've wrote stuff that hasn't even been filmed yet. Like, I wrote the script to King of Newark Part 3. I'm sorry, Sex Money You Already Know Part 3. That script has been written. Now, because the person, OG Hawk, you know, he's not with us anymore, RIP to him. You know, there's some issues with the family or the estate of him that they're not interested in filming it, or sometimes they want to do it. Some people don't want to do it. But the script is written. The script has been written for like maybe over 7 years now, you know. Script for Sex Money You Already Know is already written. Like Takiyah said, I helped a girl named Kashmir with a script, beautiful script. Everybody who read the script was like, yo, I can't wait to film this movie. You know, I feel like that's my baby. Like, when we get to the right funding and the right producers and the right, whoever wants to get down and do it the right way, that's going to be a movie for the books. Like, y'all going to say, you know what, this is a good ass movie. Like, that's a movie right there. Like, that's going to be the talk, you know, and it's, you know, whether it goes on Tubi or Netflix, I guarantee you, when that movie is shot and shot properly, it's gonna pop.
Okay, so any other projects, or who you looking forward to working with, working for, you know, Any other thing, like any celebrities you want to write, that you hope to add into one of your films?
That's a good question. Like I've dealt with I've met so many different people. Some of them are easy to get along with. Some of them are like Hollywood. I'm open to working with anyone that I've worked with in the past. As far as writing wise, you never know. Like, they put in the Lionsgate studio
right
in South Ward of Newark. You never know. I might be able to knock on some doors there and say, hey, listen, I did X, Y, and Z. What you got for me? I might be able to do that. I mean, as you know, in the city of Newark, not even just in Newark, in Essex County, their filming is blowing up. Like they're filming everything over here.
Right.
Joker was filmed over here. The Joker Part 2 was filmed over here. They did, a lot of even Aaron Hernandez that was on Hulu. I seen a couple of scenes was filmed on Halsey Street. Cadillac Records with Beyonce was filmed downtown Newark. So there's a lot of movies, you can see that it's not just a New York or a Hollywood thing. Things are coming into New Jersey now. So you never know. Like even, Newark has their own film commission now. They're putting things out for actors and extras and background people that they want to be in films. I just saw something the other day on social media where they're saying, oh, if you own a property, whether a business or residential, and you want to open up your stuff to be in, these Netflix movies or these big Hollywood blockbuster movies, you could sign up and get compensation for letting them film inside your home or inside your business. So I feel like as far as me doing what I'm going to do in the future and working with people, I feel like the opportunity is definitely there. Like I remember about 2019, I was working with MTV.
Wow.
They wanted to film their a show called Ghosted. They want, I was working with them to film Ghosted. So you never know, like things, a lot of opportunities are popping up. Things build overnight, so, you got to remember 20 years ago, streaming wasn't as big as it is now. We had Redbox and things are changing. So, Blockbuster's out of business. Nobody saw that coming,
Yeah, I know. That was crazy.
I remember, I got all these DVDs. I'm embarrassed to put them out, but, I'm not throwing them away. So.
Same here. Trust me. Same here.
So,
I still got my VCR cassette.
Yeah.
That's good though. I mean, I see that you're doing a lot and you accomplished a lot. Now, what are your down moments? What are your sad times?
My sad times?
Yeah, when you hit those sad times, where's your rock bottom times at? Because you hear the glory and the glamour of what people doing. What about the stress levels? Where we at with the stress levels? How when does that come in?
The stress comes in for me, I guess, is when you're on set. And what I've learned over the years, over the 12, 13 years I've been doing this, is that the person who looks the prettiest might not be the best actor or actress. That's what I've learned over the years. Like what? Like in my mind, I'm like, I want to be like Nino Brown, cancel this bitch, like bring in somebody else. But you can't do that. You gotta, you got your whole, all right, we got such and such here today, and such look good as hell. And they can't even say their own name right. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. And it takes you 8 hours to do a 3-minute scene. That's the
struggle. I had that before. One girl, oh my God, we was there all day, got nothing done. Jay, you got any questions for him, Jay? Because seem like, man, hey yo, but I don't mean it. I'm sorry, Malik. The kid making me laugh because we the host, because we the host and the guest host. And me and the kid felt like we done smoked. Like,
well, I mean, look here, y'all do all the talking. I do the listening.
Yeah, we feel like we high as hell.
So when y'all invite me over to speak, then I speak. Young man, like I said, it's a pleasure to talk to you, and I see what you're doing and your vision, Malik. All I'm saying is this: when you shoot your next production, if you need, any extras, check Jay Jones out. I'm already signed to 99 Agency in New York City. So next year I'm going to be going out on commercials, parts in movies and stuff like that. Let's hear it, bro. I'm always looking that help out young black artists out here to get out here and put that
All right
positive
now.
outlook out. I'm a product of Newark, New Jersey myself. So it's always good to give back to the community.
Jay,
right.
you saved us right now with your energy because, you know.
No, don't
I'm
worry.
sorry, Malik.
I got the control bar over
Takiyah,
here. Don't worry. No.
Yo, hey Takiyah, we had a long
Jay don't
day.
mean no harm, y'all. That's stop it. Jay don't mean no harm. He just
We had a
gets
long day,
excited.
Malik.
Because I be like that too sometimes. So you know,
But,
it's okay.
but you just asked me, did I have a question for him? So I spoke.
That's right. That's right. Beautiful. Beautiful.
What's
Though,
the problem with y'all? Go to sleep.
Jay, you ain't do nothing wrong. Stop it. All right, let's move on. So,
Yeah,
Dadah, I'm gonna move you to the side.
Why you gotta move me to the side for?
All right, hold on. I'll bring you back in. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna bring both of y'all back in. But y'all could give me my. I know that I'm cracking up. So, so Malik, Dadah asked you some really amazing questions, and of course, you know Miss Diamond has some dope questions for you as well. Especially being that we work together, we've casted people together, we filmed together, we've eaten together, we've done a lot of things together. I had to be mindful because I was about to say, oh, we slept by each other's side, but you say some shit like that and people be like, oh, well, she was messing with him. And so sometimes I have to catch my mind in my mouth because sometimes my mind is saying something and my mouth was saying something and I'm like, I don't even mean it like that, but people would take it another way, so I just won't say it. But yeah, anyway, we have an amazing history, which is why I definitely wanted to bring you on the show because I know that you have a really dope track record of successful films. And I've been trying to get Alonzo on, but we keep missing each other call. But I'm going to get Alonzo on soon so we can talk about him with these movies or what have you. But what I wanted to ask you is, can you share any memorable experiences from working on that movie Vengeance, A Phoenix Tale?
Vengeance?
Did you work on Vengeance too?
I don't recall. I don't recall working on Vengeance too.
Okay, I remember you working on that, but that's okay. So I guess share with me any memorable experiences that you had from working on. I know you talked about Sex Money. You already know that one we did together. Let's talk about the last movie that Alonzo did that you helped him with. What was that? What was the memorable experience of that?
King of Newark or Living No Regrets?
Right, King of Newark. Didn't he do a King of Newark too?
Yeah, that was like a web series. Part 2 was a web series, and then part 3 is what we just finished filming.
Got it. Okay, but go ahead. Yeah, share with me what was that like. Well, any memorable experiences that happened that
on King of Newark 3? I feel like that one is the ending of the trilogy, or I don't want to say trilogy because it's really like part 4. But I feel like it's like bringing everything to an end, it's wrapping everything up. I don't know if I can really say any memorable experiences with that movie. But I will tell you about one in Living No Regrets. It's something I remember that like every time I ride a certain place, I think about it and I just get mad. Like, so you know what Valley Fair is, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Of course.
And then it's the Wendy's in the parking lot, right when you turn in. So we did our scene at that movie in that area, that parking lot where the character Ali gets shot down, played by Treach. He gets killed. And we went to Irvington. We went to Irvington City Hall. Hey, we're doing this. We need a permit. And it was nothing but red tape. We want to see the script. I had to show them the script. They wanted me to write a narrative of what was being done and how we were going to do it. They wanted us to hire an Irvington police officer. We had to get event insurance for that location for that moment in time. That we were going to be there.
Y'all want us to do this or no?
So listen, it gets better. It gets better. So we're out there. We got the film crew out there. We had a ambulance. We had an ambulance company because they had to take away the person when they got shot. We had the makeup artist there to show the blood. And we knew there were going to be people watching because there's the drive-through of Wendy's, and they get a lot of business at that Wendy's. We had security on set, and we had the urban police officer that we had to hire off duty to be there. So we pull up, and I see the urban police officer on the other side of the parking lot. And I'm like, I walk up to him like, yeah, I'm here from such and such. We're doing a film. He's like, yeah, I heard about it, but where you guys are is not Irvington. That's Newark. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, that's actually Newark. That's not Irvington. And I'm like, yo, we just went through all this for nothing. Like they knew it wasn't Newark. We were going to be, it wasn't Irvington. Made us pay money. So now the problem is every time I ride by the Wendy's or Valley Fair, I always think about it. I'm like, and I get mad, like, why did they do us like that? Like that was crazy. But I think that was the most memorable thing I had in any movie I ever made. Like, how they finessed us. They knew we weren't going to be in Irvington the whole time, made us pay money and made us go through rings of fire, and they did us like that. But yeah, that's the funniest thing I ever remember.
That's messed up. So Malik, let me ask you, how do you balance your roles as an actor and a writer?
I guess
you hear my question?
Sleep, something.
Okay.
I heard your question. I think the balancing is hard. Like when you wrote the script and you know the words and the way it's supposed to be delivered, and you that's why I was the script supervisor as well. Someone forgot they lines on this is what you're supposed to say, and I think that part of it is real hard when you're wearing different hats at the same time. Location manager, casting director, script supervisor, script writer, and an actor. You just gotta, I guess, for me, I have to be in a conscious state of soberness at all times. So there's no drugs, there's no alcohol. Like for me, I can't do any of that because I gotta be on point at all times.
Right.
When I'm already on set when you're waking up. So when you woke up, I'm already there, ready. I got the donuts, I got the coffee for anybody who's showing up. I got the pieces of water. I got everything. Anything needs to be ironed. All that stuff is done when you're waking up. So when you get there, it's like a doctor going in an operating room. All you gotta do is put your gloves on, and all the tools are there. The body is cut open already. All you got to do is just go in and do your job. So I think for me, I'm getting everything prepared. Everything is done so that you come when the actors show up, when the extras show up, when the camera crew shows up, everything's already done. It's like the table's been set. The table has been set. There's no scrambling. Everything is done already. And I think that's what makes some of the projects that I've worked on move so quickly and easily, is because things are done properly the right way the first time.
Got you. That's dope, though. That makes sense, man. Thank you for sharing that. Another question I have for you, because I know the whole independent film industry at this point, it has really become a very competitive industry, right? It's like almost everybody want to make a movie. Everybody want to, it kind of seems like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how do you stay motivated and inspired in being in such a competitive industry? What keeps you inspired to keep doing it, even though it seems like everybody else and their mama want to do what you're doing?
I like for me, you can tell what type of project is going to be when you look at the equipment that's being used and who's doing what. And for me, I feel like for now, when we first started doing these movies 12 years ago, we didn't have the right equipment. We didn't have the right cameras. We didn't have the right lighting. We didn't have the right sound. We didn't have all that. And I think over time, we showed growth regardless of what project it was with. I think at this point, I was actually telling my barber this not too long ago. At this point, everyone doing independent films, they know the right equipment to get. They know how to buy it. They know what brands to buy. The hurdle they have now is, do they know how to operate it properly? So you can buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, but if you don't know how to drive it, you're going to crash it.
Right.
You can buy clippers that your barber has, but if you don't know how to cut, you're gonna mess somebody's hairline up.
Word.
Right?
You might cut off a few of Dadah dreads.
Or you could think you know how to do somebody's hair, and the wig is not right. That ain't it. So I feel like people have the right equipment at this part, but operating it the right way is where they run into that hurdle. Like they don't know, they're trying to imitate Netflix. They're trying to imitate Lionsgate, but they just not there yet. A lot of people are just not there yet. They're almost there, but I think a little bit more sophistication and training, they'll get there, like doing things in slow motion, 3D, underwater shots. I think a lot of that is coming in the independent world. They have the right equipment, but I just think they need to finesse the managing the camera equipment and the sound equipment. And, we need to find out a better way of how to get these hard shots, the car chases scenes. And the funny thing I'm gonna mention right now, like we know in New Jersey, there's a problem with drones or what they think are drones in the sky, but that's a part of filming. Like, 20, 25 years ago, you needed a helicopter to get up, a shot that high up. Now you can just get a drone. Like I have a drone, you can get a drone, you can do your own shots. The drones are in 4K right now. But I feel like right now, like even everyone having a drone and even they're doing the music videos, they're doing movies, they can get certain shots with these drones. And I feel like there's a change because when we did those movies 12 and 15 years ago, we didn't have drones, but now everyone has a drone. So if you want to be taken seriously as a cameraman or a cinematographer, you have to have the right equipment. And I think that's part of what needs to go on right now. But I think they're going to get there one day.
That's true. So basically what keeps you inspired is the fact that new equipment comes out and you get to try some new things and the technology is changing, and that keeps you inspired because you're excited about working with these new things. Absolutely. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. So I was going to ask you this question, but I kind of touched on it already. But what would you say is your approach to developing a character? Like before you write, I heard you say that, you could be somewhere and then the idea just come and then But when you're actually writing for a particular film, like, is there a certain thing that you do when you're developing a character, or do you just kind of like?
It is, and I actually did this with I was helping out with a little directing with King of North Part 3. We just finished filming, so like you can be a character in a movie and have a script and say these are the lines you say, but sometimes they're not delivering it properly because they don't know the background of that character. So like what I like to do, I tell the character, all right, you know what, your name is this, your father, you don't have a father in your life, your mother abused you. Your birthday is in whatever month. You're a Leo, so act like a Leo, And I think that's part of it.
Let's go. I like that.
That part of it helps develop the character, giving them some background about their character, so they can know how they're going to approach certain roles. Like, are you going to be a nice guy? Are you going to be a bad guy? Are you going to be a bad guy that everyone loves? Are you going to be, And I think that part of developing the character helps the actor deliver their lines, their role, their mannerisms go a little bit better. Like, are you a cop? Are you a dirty cop? Are you an honest cop? Like, those are the type of things that I feel like are a necessary part of making a production. Is the more you give the worker, the actor, the more they can cook with it. Like, okay, I know I got these lines, and at the end of the movie, I'm the bad guy, so I gotta have a little, make it a little spicy, so they don't know I'm the bad guy, but at the end, I'm the one.
Right. They find out later that you was the bad cop all along, right?
Right.
I get it.
So you gotta make it look cute until it's that time. So I think those times of the movie are very important. I remember when we did Kashmir Story, when I spiced up her script. That's why I say when that movie comes out, there's gonna be something to cheer about. So we had a piece of shit boyfriend, and I feel like what are the things that goes on behind closed doors in people's houses that the abuse that they're and I feel like there was a part in that movie where he does a monologue where he goes off of his girlfriend, and he's just, you know, he's just kicking her while she's down, as far as with the words he's saying to her. And I feel like letting him know, you are a piece of shit. You sleep with your girlfriend's friends. You slept with your girlfriend's sister. You know, you're abusing her. You know, you're telling her you know you're not feeling well, but you're really out in the club. Like, those are the type of things we tell the character. So when he delivers his lines and when he's out there acting, he's acting like you're my girlfriend and you're not going to leave no matter what I do, and that's the way you have to portray that character. So I feel like, you know, when we finally do get to film that movie, that character is gonna, you know, he's gonna have a big shoes to fill.
Word. Oh man, that's really dope. So I got one last question, and then I'm gonna bring Dada and Jay back over. And that question is, when you are writing these films, what do you hope to bring to your audience? Like, what do you hope that your audience takes away from your work? Because before you answer that question, I wanted to say to you, so I don't forget to make this connection, that Dadah is also a writer, and he also does filming and things like that. And I think that the two of you guys should connect together and, you know, speak a little bit more. And you guys might have crossed paths, but I think that you guys should actually connect, because I know that for a fact that the two of you can be a very powerful force working together. So that's something that I would like to set up a meeting for both of y'all to meet and connect. So would you be open to working with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm open to working with a lot of people.
Awesome. All right. And so let's bring it back to that question: is what do you hope that your audiences will take away from your work?
I feel like from my work, they'll take away that, oh, someone put some actual thought into this and paid attention to detail. I feel like with the characters that we build from different movies, you know, you can see that, you know, it's not all the same cliche people, and different things happen. There's twists and turns along the way. And I think that part of writing makes it more interesting. With its twists and turns and things that kind of current with current events. I'll bring an example. When we were doing Living with No Regrets, there was a scene in the movie where AZ played as a rival drug dealer to Tretch, Tretch's character. And he made a reference to, I actually wrote, it was a soliloquy that I wrote, where 9/11 happened. So it was a timepiece. So it went through the 90s, it went through the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. And it was a reference he made to 9/11 happening, the buildings coming down, and drugs was getting, it was hard to bring drugs into the country at that time. And he made a reference to that. So I feel like that part of it brings in reality. Hey, you know, you probably don't have the clothes and able to bring the cars back, but you can make references to, hey, this happened, they just knocked down these towers and now I can't even sell drugs the way I used to sell it. And I feel like that part of it, playing that part, that detail to it, showing that they paid attention to detail. You know, you don't have you don't have an iPhone 16 in a movie that's supposed to be from the year 1997. I think those things are very important. Very important. I mean, I can't stress to you enough how much important continuity is, because people will watch a movie and break it down, and everything that's wrong with it, they will tell you, oh, that's not right, that's not right, that wasn't out in that year. And I think continuity is a real thing. And I think when you do a timepiece, you know, the words got to match the time that's going on.
Okay, well,
And that's awesome. That's awesome. And thank you for sharing that. I think that was so dope. So Dadah, Malik said that that he's open to working with you. I think you guys would be so dynamic together. What do you think about that, Dadah?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Dadah Deb said, take a break. We need to take a break. Nah, hey Deb, no, we work. We definitely work. We work. Jay, did you have any questions that you wanted to ask? Additional questions that you wanted to ask Malik before we head out of here?
We can't hear him.
I can't hear you.
Take your microphone off of mute, Jay. Take your microphone
Jay.
off of mute. I think that you did the
so
right
busy
thing.
talking.
I give up on that situation. But he's still talking. Hey Malik, at least you can hear us, right? He's still going. Look at him.
Right. I think you gotta unmute him, Takiyah.
The kid did that on purpose.
No, I did not. He's not muted on our side. I swear. He is not, but he muted on. He don't even know how. He don't even know that he did it because he's still talking. You muted yourself.
But he's still going. The only thing that they can hear right now, yo.
Hey, Malik,
I know.
Malik, did you have anything else that you wanted to share with us though before we get out of here? You know, especially tell the people where they can find you.
I'm on. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. I'm Malik Barrett. Instagram is at Malik El Hajj, MalikElhajj. You know, those are my two platforms I'm on the most. You know, if you're most likely, if you guys anyone who wants to work with me or hire me, I'm available for writing. I'm available for acting. I'm available for even script supervising, directing. You know, I've done it all. I've seen it all. Some people might need locations to film in. You know, people have weird requests. I need a boat. I need a courthouse. I need a police station. I need a jail cell. I actually, I have connections. So, like a lot of places, or I need a house. I need a crack house. I need this. A lot of people ask me these type of things, and we try to make things happen. So, reach out to me and see if we can do what we do.
All right. Thank you so much, Malik, for coming on the show today.
Absolutely. Hey, Deb asked, well, this is good for you too, Dadah, because you experienced Miriam. She said, can we write Sister Miriam Bay into one of our scripts, dancing to 50 Cent music? So you would seriously sell tickets. Oh, trust me, we know. The 73-year-old 50 Cent fan. Oh, it's like, Manny, man. Dadah could write her into a script. Dadah, you gonna write Miriam into a script doing 50 Cent?
Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Yeah.
And Deb, I appreciate you being here with us. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you. I'm gonna try to go up as much as I can see. Thank you, Mike. You everybody, look, because this is my thing been bugging. Who said poor Jay?
Yeah,
oh my God. Oh my
God.
God.
Stop messing with my boy Jay every week.
It's all good. It's all good. But any closing remarks, Dadah, before we get up out of here?
Nah, I mean, thank you so much, man. I'm about to go get something to eat, man. Much respect to you, Malik. We will have you come again.
Can you send me some lunch money so I could go get something to eat too? He better not tell me no.
Deborah, thank you so much. Malik, I thank you. And
Dadah.
Takiyah, relax. Man, who's that, Martin?
Not you.
I'm ready.
Okay,
We're
gonna shut the door. We're gonna shut the door. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. We gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm gonna bring Jay back in, and let's see if Jay got some sound this time. I don't know. I can't guarantee y'all, but let's see what happens. Jay, I'm trying, bro. All right. Jay, say something. Something, Jay. Jay, I can't hear you. Okay, why is that? Jay, we ain't hear you. All right, well, Jay, unfortunately, we can't hear you. And so, we love you though. We thank you so much for being here with us and all that other good stuff or whatever. And we're gonna go ahead and close out our show. And Jay, we can't hear
Still
nothing you say.
90s. I'ma take you down 90s lane. Take you down 90s lane.
Still trying to talk too.
90s lane. I'ma take you to the Dadah lane.
Hey Malik, you still trying to talk?
Walk with me. Still caught up in the 90s like still popping woolies on the
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with us tonight. And we hope that you guys enjoyed the show and all that other wonderful stuff. Listen, guys, we out here each and every Friday at 8 p.m. Now, usually we trying to get it to where we start at 7:30 so we can start a little bit earlier. But we know a lot of y'all don't really come on until like 7:45, 8 anyway. We used to do the show at 6 o'clock. But, we're going to try a few different times and just see, what works best for you guys. But clearly, after 7:30 seems to be a good time. 7:30, 8 o'clock seems to be a good time. Y'all can let us know what y'all prefer. Because, and we do this for y'all. And I hope you guys enjoy the vulnerability from me and Dadah today. Just sharing a little bit of our experiences and things like that or whatever. And listen, guys, it's nothing.
What you gonna drink?
Now we're all pink.
Okay, Daddah's on me. Daddah's on Daddy's background, y'all. So we gonna get up out of here, y'all. Thank y'all again, Malik. Thank you much for coming through today. I appreciate you the utmost. You got my heart, my love, my respect, and if you ever need me for whatever, I'm you. Whether it's for casting, whether it's for, whatever. Hey, you guys, y'all made me the star because y'all remember I did the casting for Sex Money. You already know in that movie. I just wanted to help make it a great film. And I would never forget JD Williams and the rest of y'all was Takiyah. You keep trying to teach this girl how to say the words. And I'm like, what? And I end up in the movie when I'm supposed to be kind of like, just a part of putting the cast together and things like that. But that's not the first time that happened to me. But Malik, I appreciate you and I thank you so much for being here and thank you for the love that you give to me. And I know that's on daddy duty, whatever. And so it's all good. So we just gonna say peace on behalf of Dadah. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And we're out of here. Let's see what we got. What we got.
Right.
Yep, let me make sure. She said, Miriam, you would make a lot of money. She said, what's wrong with Jay? We don't know. Jay is not Jay is not getting no sound. I don't know, Deb. I don't know. Jay not getting no sound. And see, we can read your lips though, Jay. We can read your lips. What's wrong with your phone? What's wrong with your phone? AJ, I'm about to take AJ. I'm gonna take a picture. Jay, And I'm gonna show you, Jay, that you not muted. All right, I'm gonna show you that you rocking with the rest of us. But maybe it's not meant for you to be heard tonight. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank y'all again. Deuces.